All right, let's get into the Vanderbilt baseball preview. Vanderbilt is quite the squad. They're always a good team, honestly. Like, they're one of the best programs in the country, if not the best program in the country. And I think there's no reason why that stops this year. I think they're easily a top 25 team, probably a top 10 team, in my opinion. I mean, it's just one of the best programs. Tim Corbin, one of the greatest coaches in college baseball history, would compare him a lot to Nick Saban as a Nick Saban of baseball. And honestly, Corbin is so legit that he can just kind of pump these guys out, even if they lose big guys like Enrique Bradfield Jr. to the draft. I don't even think that's that big of a problem for them, as they've got Holton, Futrell, and Hawks in the starting rotation. Hawks, a transfer from Air Force. I think those dudes are going to get it done. And then there's a lot of freshmen in the bullpen, and they're going to be relying a lot on those freshmen in the bullpen to do some big things for them. But that's going to be tough for them. It's a long season, and expect them to look great at the beginning and maybe tail off a little bit towards the end. It's a super young team here at Vanderbilt. Their big bat is R.J. Austin at a Pace Academy in Georgia, and he is a legit hitter. He could have gone to the MLB draft, instead decided to go to Vanderbilt, and he has been electric. And then they also have Jonathan Vastine, who is quite the hitter from the left-hand side. He can really hit the ball hard. And so I'm excited to see, honestly, what that duo does at the plate this year. But one thing with Vanderbilt you always got to remember is they're one of the best programs, honestly, the best historical program over the last 10, 20 years. And so they bring in really, really elite recruits to Nashville. And so they're always going to turn the page onto another great team. And so I think they're going to really show up this year. I would expect them to have a really good season no matter what. Honestly, I think they're a lock for a regional, honestly, every year. They're too legit of a program to miss out on it. But the question is, can they make any sort of postseason run? Last year, obviously, they won the SEC tournament. And so we'll see what they can do this year. I think it's a really talented team. They're a young team, though, so I don't know. That could be a little bit of volatility for them. But I definitely think that they have the explosive bats and they have the great arms. That rotation is really solid. And I think if the freshman arms can show up in the bullpen and the hitting can just scrape by enough for the great pitching that they have, I think this team is destined to be a great ball club this year, and I can't wait to see what the Commodores do.